What up, fight fans? Main man, made man, back at you with another video. Y'all know how we get down. We talking boxing. Now, look here. News has already broke out, and we all know, if you've seen the post-fight press conference, that Floyd Mayweather is looking to vacate his belt. Sometime possibly, he's saying possibly as early as this week. He's looking to give them all up. We know Floyd Mayweather holds several titles, gaining another one by defeating Manny Pacquiao Saturday, May 2nd. He gained, in that retrospect, he gained the WBO welterweight title as well. So he now holds 3 titles at 147. That will be the WBC, the WBA, and the WBO. And at 154, he holds 2 titles, WC and the WBA title. So that's 5 titles right there, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a lot of freaking belts. So Floyd is saying he's going to get rid of them all. And people are wondering why. You know, he earned them. Floyd's explanation for such is saying that, you know, he wants to give the younger fighters a chance to win some belts. He's fought 19 years and he's, been champion for 18 years or something like that. So he's looking to give the younger guys an opportunity. Now, we all know that's bullshit. However, that is a legitimate answer, to be quite honest with you, but I've never known a champion to do. You know, it's all bullshit. If you think about it, my real reasons to think that Floyd Mayweather is not going to hold those titles is because for a long time now, Floyd has been avoiding his mandatories, ladies and gentlemen. He has not been fighting his mandatories. His mandatories at 147 for the WBA title is Keith Thurman, and that's a fight that Floyd doesn't want to be forced or rushed into. His mandatory for the WBC title at 147 is Amir Khan. Now, we know Amir Khan wants the Floyd Mayweather fight, but however, he cannot fight in certain months. Floyd's looking to fight in September. Khan saying he's not available to fight in September because of Ramadan. Now, Ramadan ends in July. Don't know why he couldn't get a fight in September, but whatever reasons, Khan said he's not looking to fight in September. We know he has a fight scheduled with Chris Algieri at the end of this month. Now, you know, those are the reasons I think Floyd is vacating, honestly, his titles, because he doesn't want to fight his mandatories. If you look at his mandatories at 154, his mandatory for the WBA will be Erislandy Lara. You know, does he want to be forced into a fight with that? His mandatory at the WBC will be Saul Canelo Alvarez, a fighter he already beat. So these will be his mandatory bouts. He will have to possibly choose one of those fights. You know, he's been avoiding them for so long. I'm pretty sure they're telling them either you got to fight him or you got to vacate. So before he suffers the embarrassment of such, he'll give him up. You know what I'm saying? But that's my reason I think he's vacating the titles. But however, who is the most realistic opponent still for Floyd Mayweather to fight at this particular point? Given that he owns 5 of the titles, 2 of the major ones, the WBC in both weight classes. You know, he's already fought his rival Manny Pacquiao. So who is left on the very short list for Floyd Mayweather to fight? Now, we know he has 1 fight left on his 6-fight deal. He's 48-0. His next fight, if he does win, he will be 49-0, free from his contracts. I don't know. It's speculated whether he'll come back for that 50th fight to break the Rocky Marciano record. I'm pretty sure if he does, the money will have to be very well worth it. But the fact is, who is realistic for Floyd Mayweather to fight at this point for that very last fight? Well, we won't even look to that 50th. The very last, the 49th fight. Who can be realistic for Floyd Mayweather to fight? Now, given I just told you Amir Khan has the religious thing going on, so he's not available for September. Keith Thurman, Floyd's WBA mandatory, just coming off a big win against Robert Guerrero. So Keith Thurman has been actually looking pretty solid in his last few fights. I don't see why not. Why doesn't it make sense? Keith Thurman has a realistic chance at this point in time in the Mayweather sweepstakes. Another fighter who has a very realistic chance, I think, and given that Keith Thurman deals with Al Heyman, given that Keith Thurman is not associated with any of like Mayweather's enemies, you know what I mean, such as Top Rank and Bob Arum and all them, he's not associated with none of those guys, so this fight is also possible. Also, Keith Thurman fights on Showtime as well, and he fights on PBC, the Al Heyman thing also. So these are all options. That's all wide open options for Floyd Mayweather. The thing is, Keith Thurman's popularity may present the biggest obstacle, given that Keith Thurman won't bring in record-breaking numbers. He won't bring in a record-breaking fan base. However, the purists will already know what Keith Thurman will bring to the fight, and he will bring he will bring one hell of a fight in most of the peers' eyes. But however, the casuals, they will. I don't know if they will look to buy this fight, especially given off the performance that Floyd Mayweather just had. So he will need a very strong opponent. Now, Kell Brook. Kell Brook is not also another one is not associated with any of Mayweather's enemies. You know, he fights with Eddie Hearns and He's a UK fighter. However, he is IBF world champion. I think, honestly, this, to me, in my opinion, people laugh at me when I say this, this is the biggest threat to Floyd Mayweather, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even think Amir Khan is. I think Amir Khan is a semi-threat, but not the biggest threat. I think the biggest threat to Floyd Mayweather is Kell Brook. Given stylistically, given the way he fights, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying he's a certain pedigree and he's the best fighter at 147 next to Floyd. No, I'm saying stylistically. I look at the way Kell Brook fights, and Floyd Mayweather has not fought a fighter such as Kell Brook in quite some time. Kell Brook is very, very similar to Floyd Mayweather in the way he fights. He's very calculated. He's a very smart boxer. His defense is not nearly as good as Mayweather's, but however, he's a very smart boxer. And on top of that, he has youth. He's young. He has power. He has great reflexes. He does have decent defense. I think, he's a one-punch fighter such as Floyd Mayweather. If you get too close to Kell Brook, he's going to hold you just like Floyd Mayweather. It would be possibly, maybe even a boring fight, but I still think that the fighter who will push Floyd Mayweather to the limit mentally and physically would be Kell Brook. So I think Kell Brook and Keith Thurman are, at this particular time, are the front runners for the Mayweather sweepstakes, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said before, if you go to 154, Arislandi Law. Now, Arislandi Law will be a possible fight, but that's not a style that I don't think Floyd Mayweather want to face at this particular point in his career. He does not want to fight a guy who's going to stay away from him as much as he's trying to stay away from the other guy. You know what I mean? And Arislandi Law is just like Floyd. He's a backwards fighting fighter. He's not looking to come forward at all. So it's not a fight I don't think Floyd Mayweather at 38 years old physically is looking to put himself through, of chasing another fighter throughout the whole fight. That ain't the role that Floyd Mayweather wants to play in a fight. Plus, Arislandi Law lost to Canelo Alvarez, and I just don't think that fans will honestly stamp that particular fight, given we don't know if Arislandi Law earned it. Even though he's still WBA champion, the same belt that Floyd holds at 154. Even though he's WBA champion, still no one wants to see that fight with Arislandi Law. So I can't think of. You look at the other top fighters at the welterweight division, and you got Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley is associated with Bob Arum in Top Rank, too close to them. You got Juan Manuel Marquez, already fought Floyd. Floyd beat him easily. You got Marcos Maidana. Floyd fought him twice. You got Kell Brook. I'll say that's a possibility. And Amir Khan, I think Amir Khan will be a great fight also, but given his religious stance. Keith Thurman, I already talked about that. Robert Guerrero, Floyd beat him. Sean Porter, he has problems to get past. He lost the fight to Kell Brook, so he has Brook problems. He has. Isn't he an elite fighter? Question marks are all around him right now, so not possible. Devin Alexander, don't make me laugh. Paulie Malignaggi, don't make me laugh. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, who is it at 147? The only two fighters that I can think realistically at this particular point that has a chance with Floyd Mayweather is Keith Thurman and Kell Brook. Now, there also is a small chance of maybe a Manny Pacquiao rematch. I don't condone it. I don't vouch for it. Don't want to, but given that Mayweather's list is so short, folks, it's a possibility. There is no if. There's talk and chatter going around now that if the Canelo and Cotto fight gets made in September, which there's no certainty of that as of this moment, there's not even any certainty that Canelo beats James Kirkland. We don't know that at this particular moment. The fight takes place tomorrow. Looking forward to that fight. Look for the video. But if Canelo gets through James Kirkland and he does make it to a Miguel Cotto fight, that would be a humongous fight, ladies and gentlemen. And we have never known Floyd Mayweather to play second fiddle to any fighter, to any match. So the only fight that tops that is a Pacquiao rematch. I still think the numbers will be solid on a Pacquiao rematch, even though I'm not clamoring for it. I don't think the outcome would be any different. You know what I mean? But the fact still remains, the Pacquiao multitudes still will come out and buy that fight, ladies and gentlemen. So to Floyd Mayweather, in his eyes, ching, that is pushed up to the forefront as well. So the only three realistic fights at this particular moment that I see, like I said before, Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, maybe a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. I think Amir Khan can get in there if he chooses to fight in September. But those are the only realistic fights at this particular moment, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any other names that you can come up with, I challenge you, and please put it in my comment section, because I want to know my damn self. I can name 10 other fighters, but I just don't think they have nowhere near of a chance. You know what I mean? Your Andre Bertos and, you know, people of that nature. I don't think they have nowhere near chances of fighting Floyd Mayweather. So who is it? Who is it, ladies and gentlemen? Some say Danny Garcia. I forgot to mention Danny Garcia, given he's possibly looking to leave 140 and come up to 147. Don't think it's happening. Don't think it's realistic, though. Danny's not even wanting that fight. You know, if you listen to him talk, he wants a couple fights at 147 before he even thinks about getting there with Mayweather. And by then, Mayweather will be long gone. So, also Danny Garcia, I don't even think he's quite wanting to leave the 140 division now, in my opinion, given after the fight with Peterson. I think he'll continue to fight at catch weights for the next couple fights, and then maybe make a gradual increase to 147. But once again, just if you guys think of any other fighters that realistically, politics involved and all, who can fight Floyd Mayweather at this time, please put it in my comment section. I would love to talk about it. So until the next video, it's your main man, Made Man. I see y'all then. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget I'm on Twitter. I'm at MadeMan511. Bees out.